Hello, everybody. How are you? It's great to be here again. And today we will talk about a concept, an idea that might frighten a lot of people nowadays routines. What about it? What about them? What about routines? What do you do every day, every week, every month, every year? What do you do? Do you work? Do you study? It's very interesting as to know how we live, the things that we do. We can talk about routines related to our hobbies also. When do you play video games? When do you do exercise? When do you go to the movies? If you used to go every Wednesday to the movies, well, that's a routine. If you go with your friends and play video games or practice any kind of sport on Saturdays, I mean, every Saturday, that's a routine. So that's beautiful. Do you have a schedule to have breakfast, for lunch, dinner? Do you have a snack in the afternoon? I don't know. All of them are routines. And of course, when you study, you develop a routine, some habits, the time that you spend reading, making a research, when you are working online, for how long? How much time do you spend working online? So if you have a specific time for those activities during the week, during the month, well, that's always a routine. And we have a specific tense in English to talk about routines. Most of the time we use a present tense, present simple, and that's great. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. My routine is always related to English courses, to English practice, right? So I can tell you that every Monday I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I have a shower, brush my teeth, I prepare breakfast, and then I start my first class online at 8 o'clock. I have two straight classes, so I work from 8 to 9 and then from 9 to 10. After that, I have a break, and usually I drink a coffee. Well, if it's a hot day, I can prepare a lemonade. And after that, I have a third class in the morning from 11 to 12. So then I cook a little bit and I have lunch at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then I also have some friends that are musicians. So I go at 4 o'clock to play the piano. I have a rehearsal with a band that from 4 to 6 o'clock in the afternoon. After that, I go back home, and at 7, I usually watch some TV, and at 9, I have dinner. Then if I have to check some exercises, some exams, or any other kind of work, well, I do it, and then I go to bed at 11 o'clock, and that's my routine for Mondays. So that's what we're going to do today. We will discover if we have routines. If we have classes when we're students, well, sometimes it's easier to develop a routine because we have some time for classes, some time for homework. Uh, if we are young, of course, it depends a lot on our parents, but that's a routine. Maybe we can mix, or maybe we can put together a routine with our parents, or maybe with our brothers or sisters, depending on you, on your life, right? So that's great. Routines help us to have certain order in our activities and as a consequence in our life. It usually helps. Not all the people agree and like routines, but it's beautiful when it does. So remember, we will talk today about routines. One more time, very difficult for a lot of people today to think about routines. And most of the time, people have a routine, even they don't know that they have a routine. Even when you uh, have a work without a rigid schedule, maybe you don't work in an office. Anyway, sometimes you develop a certain routine, different schedules, different moments of the day, but you do things uh, in the same hour of the day. So again, that's a routine. And remember, we speak about it in present simple. So remember, it's a pleasure one more time to be here with you. Subscribe to our channel and join us to chat a little bit and tell us a little bit about your schedules, about your routines. What do you do? If you study, what time do you go to school? If you don't go to school nowadays, online, if you have or take classes online, well, what time do you do that? How many hours of the day do you spend on the screen learning and getting new knowledge? If you work, how much time do you spend in front of a screen? Or if you are already going out to the city, well, at what time do you go out? What time do you go back? And one more time, do you have a specific moment of the day, a specific hour of the day to have lunch, to have breakfast? Well, share with us a little bit about this, and I will be very happy and pleased that you joined the conversation. So, one more time, subscribe to our channel and let's have a little chat.